right, let's get in here and get to it. You know, I feel like the volume levels have been off recently. We're gonna have to up that audio, and I've been iffy about it because of the way that the sound is supposed to travel, but like I have a space to kind of do this now. So yeah, good morning. Good Friday morning, actually, everyone. So yeah, surprise. Not only are we back here with another social media art news video, but we are here on a Friday instead of a Monday. Y'all see, I had to make the quick stop to give me some chai. Normally I make my own, but I had some errands to run this morning and I wanted to have something, you know, warm and everything while I was out in this cold weather. Let's do some housekeeping real quick. So I'm gonna put up another poll and I'm gonna ask everyone this. When do you guys think these episodes should go out? Comment below here, find the poll, do all the things, you know what I mean? And also, quick reminder, I have polls and posts all over social media asking about which one of my art pieces is the best. Go vote and comment. Tell me which one you think is the best. Tell me which one you hate. I don't know. Tell me all the things. Do it right now. Then come back here, because we've got a beefy episode today. So we're covering social media art news and, you know, all the different things that we come across. It's getting to the point where there's a lot of it, which I don't know what I expected, but it should have been this. I've started to link the channels in the description instead, because we're talking about all the artists. You know, we've got a lot of people that we're covering. I did that with the last episode, yes, even though I fumbled, and I will continue to do that going forward. If you didn't notice, it happened. Nothing happened. Nothing went wrong, I promise. Anyway, everything was according to plan with the last episode. Don't ask no questions. Anyway, guys, we are doing some art studies here in the background. This one is just a random neighborhood with some nice houses. Gonna have to get me one of them one day. I might cut in some other stuff here, you know, some unused footage or whatever. I might do that here and there, but either way, y'all gonna have a little something in the background to see. So let's get to the art news. First, we are dialing back and we're talking about Adam Duff. So Adam has returned again with another video. He has come to us with a video specifically discussing why certain art courses don't actually help artists. As an art educator himself, he has a very specific insight into what works for helping students learn and understanding these like different skills and concepts. The connective tissue that he feels isn't really touched on in some areas is how the information that is taught is supposed to be applied to the rest of an artist's career. This is in the terms of what to showcase and when applying for like different jobs, like what you should be trying to put forward, or whatever the next step is for that artist in those situations. There are plenty of things he touches on in this video, and it shows like the separations here and there that artists and art students need at different points in their growth. Ultimately, it paints the picture of this lack of uniqueness to traditional teaching that could leave young artists feeling inadequate or isolated in their style. If you're interested in what Adam has to say about this one, you know, check out this video. But next, Adam gives us a great review on the Wacom Cintiq Pro 27. He goes in depth here talking about the build, the design, how the Pro Pen differs in the slim version, the trays, stands, all of it. With this being a review, he talks his likes and dislikes. His main con was fan noise here. After that, he dives into his comparison on the Pro 27 to like the Pro 22, the Cintiq 24, Sense Labs, and the Huion models. He actually goes over quite a bit and compares it to some pretty solid other tablets. This is honestly great if you're looking for a new piece of like quality hardware. I personally used an old Wacom bamboo tablet back in the day. I actually still have it. I'll put it on screen for a bit if I can pull it out real fast. But yeah, I don't own a beefy Wacom tablet these days, but I have always wanted to grab myself a Cintiq. They've seemed like the big boss when it comes to digital art displays, in my opinion. I know that there are others, and people have their own views and their favorites and everything, but that's just me. So Adam's next video is focused on how the words "just be consistent" aren't always good advice for artists. He points out here that there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to success when it comes to art. Consistency is only part of the puzzle. The most recent video as of this recording is his episode 100 of The Painter's Hollow. We will not be covering that long ass episode during this because we have, as I stated earlier, a beefy episode to go through. We've got a lot to cover right now, so we're doing a lot of catch up. I'm gonna have to cover this in the next video, but I did want to mention that it's here. I'll talk more about it once I've actually been able to sit down and review it and everything, in our next episode of Art News. I promise I'll do it. Make sure you guys check out Adam's channel. Remember, link is in the description below if you're trying to see a specific artist's stuff. If you're interested in anything he discusses here, peek in, see what he's got going on. Next, we are talking about Kelsey Rodriguez. Our girl is back with more videos. She's got 3 this time. First, she gets real with us on how AI in social media is affecting our experience and how that's leading trends back to analog creativity. It is beautiful to see that, and it's just really refreshing in my opinion. People and companies are showing their process in order to maintain trust with their audience. I have a feeling that the Coke backlash had something to do with this. That's just a personal note from me, but hey, it wasn't just that. Kelsey shows us plenty of proof that this is the direction that things are moving in. This, to me, is just great. It's a feel-good video for art, and I love to see more of this across the internet and in person. Kelsey's next video is about the 2 main reasons that your marketing is failing. This video is meant to give you a reality check on what you aren't doing compared to those you feel like are succeeding where you're not. Kelsey hammers down the fact that everything is a skill, and if you want to succeed where you aren't, you have to dive in to that world of knowledge that's at your fingertips. You're gonna have to learn some things. The things that she talks about in this video is, it's meant to push you towards your next step. This is honestly the mentality that I have based my study method on. I've watched Kelsey's channel for years, and she's a big reason why I started to create a new method for myself to progress. Kelsey gets personal on the final note for this video, and it illustrates how inactivity can ruin a person. I think this is such an important point to make. It's heartbreaking to hear, and Kelsey, I agree with you. I'm with you on that. I hope that, I hope for the best with that situation that you discussed and everything, like you said. I'm hoping that you're wrong in this situation too, but hey, the evidence points where it points, and I totally understand where you're coming from there. The latest video from Kelsey is another episode of Business Breakthrough. If you're not familiar, this is her series where Kelsey analyzes artists' businesses and how they can improve their practices and sales. These are usually a good length, around like the 25 to 30 minute mark. Check these out. Check all of these videos out if you're trying to boost yourself up and everything. Learn a little bit more. See if the artists that she coaches here have like similar styles than you, or see if you can learn something from what she is trying to provide to them. Sam is back to saving the community's art yet again, showing us step by step how he would fix things, and these are great videos. Thank you so much to the artists that allow Sam to pick apart their art for our education. What I like about these videos is that we get to gauge where we are. Like, I specifically get to gauge where I am by comparing my critique to someone I look to as a mentor. It's like one of those, can you spot the difference games, but with only one image. Based on those differences, you get an immediate list of the things that you can start to study in the future. For example, the first piece he edited, I immediately knew that the eyes were too low. That simple adjustment, with the nose and everything, makes the artist's work pop here. What caught me by surprise was how hard Sam went in the lighting correction. It did not surprise me that he went hard in the lighting, but it surprised me that I missed a lot of the things that he talked about. I think I'm okay when it comes to lighting, but clearly I need me a better study. And that's what I love about these types of videos. You're able to find those missing gaps when you have somebody critiquing an art piece right after you yourself look at it and you're like, this is wrong, that is wrong. Next thing you know, you have a whole list of things that you didn't even think of. Those are, all just from the first piece though. That last artist uses a reference that I always use, so that was kind of fun to see. It's one thing to say that there are changes to make and another to give us levels to beefing up the art step by step. So thank you, Sam, of course. Check out that video. I'm sure you guys will learn plenty, as well as hear Sam telling me to leave his premises while I stubbornly wish for him to have more content. We are back here on the Artwod channel, and Antonio is giving us the one video he thinks is the best for learning. We get an example of the hero's journey and how it's used in storytelling. What does this have to do with art? Well, Antonio believes that this applies to everything in life, especially artists. He goes into detail about how this works and why it matters in order for you to learn and build yourself, up to the ambition and the task that you've been faced with. This is learning a skill, learning a new skill, entering a new part of your life, becoming a new you. Antonio speaks about the philosophy of this, how it can be applied to children growing, why adults find it more difficult sometimes to do new things, all of it. I love this implementation, and it's inspiring, honestly. The next video Antonio posted is all about values and understanding them on a deeper level. He starts with local value and render values, giving us the difference between the two. But then we get the explanation of how compositional value plays into them. The harmonious nature of these really boosts the storytelling, and I like Antonio's explanation of this. There is a quick interruption where Antonio promotes a free tool to ask for written feedback on your art. It's actually pretty cool to hear, to bolster your art and bolster the community and everything. It's free, so if you're trying to get into, some of that community feedback in the Artwod space, check it out. If you've ever had trouble with values, I think that this video really helps define all those missing spaces for me. There's still different things that I feel iffy about when it comes to deepening values, but I've really been working on it lately. So I want to say that this helped out, especially with some things that I was working on not too long ago, maybe even a couple days ago, maybe this morning. I do a lot of different things, okay? But regardless of that, definitely check out this video. Make sure you guys get into here and just see what's going on. Antonio's most recent video is revealing the reality of concept art, what you should be showcasing and why it should look the way it looks. The very first tip explains why your portfolio doesn't have to be extremely pretty, beautiful, or anything like that. There are plenty of reasons why that's the case, and there are plenty more things that he shares about concept art and being a concept artist in general. Like one person not being the source of all the ideas for a concept, or your design, even when chosen, not being the final design at production, and the other truths of what comes from working in the concept artist field. He gives a good, illustration of this, mentally, with his words and everything. He explains how this works a whole lot better. Pretty good insight if you're into concept art or into being a concept artist. Definitely give this a listen and, just experience what he's talking about. Again, everybody's channels are in the description below, so take a trip over to the Artwod channel, learn some things. Okay, guys, that is all for the videos, right? Damn it. Look, we gonna put those next few in the next video. Okay, I don't have a choice. There's a lot. We wanted to go over a whole lot here. Before we close out though, I do want to check in with some posts here across IG. So I'm just gonna point out some artists that I like to see things from that I've seen recently. Jackie Drujko posted plenty of new art pieces on Instagram, from like sketches to beautiful paintings all through January. Some of these are very striking in my opinion. I like, certain things, certain colors really just hit me in a specific way. And I love seeing just how her shape language shines through. I honestly think that is one of her one of her strongest one of her strongest skills, one of her biggest strengths. I was trying to say both of those and I got lost in the words. But yeah, no, definitely check out her art. Wallop, yes, the art god Wallop has posted more beautiful pieces for us to enjoy. And I have to say, I can't wait to start a dedicated study to this insane beauty. Like, this is not even their main job, like their main thing. They are not only an artist. Apparently, like, they have a whole other life. I think I heard Sam say that, and that blew me away. But it's insane. It's great. Ilya Kushnav has also been, putting some beautiful art out here. And yeah, look at that. The beautiful style, the color and everything. I love seeing this art, this level of consistency. They're always here. I feel like they post every day almost. If not every day, every other day. But speaking of posting every day, let's go ahead and slide over here to Ergo Josh. He is still on the path of connectivity with the craft. It should be day 36 for him. We'll post up, we'll show what he's got as for today. The time of recording, we're a couple days out from this. So I think he's at 33, 34, something like that. But he should be at day 36. So, keep in mind he's doing like an everyday thing. So check in with him, post something, leave a comment or anything, give him some encouragement. I love seeing this. I love seeing the dedication to the craft. And that is it. Everybody, that's everything except for those few videos. Don't worry, we're covering them. I promise we'll cover them soon. But this was a lot. I think this was great. Just remember, I'm one duck. So if I didn't cover every little thing, if there's something you know of that was huge and you wanted it to be covered here or whatever, just drop it down in the comments. Let people know. We are trying to just share the message of what all the artists are doing right now. We're trying to keep up to date and talk about all these great things that people are creating. And we are going to cover some different things. I'll say right now, we didn't cover Jazza. We didn't cover Mark's newest videos. Don't worry, we're getting to those. And I'll take a second real quick just to talk about Markiplier doing as great as he did with Iron Lung. I haven't seen the movie yet. Everybody's talking about it. I figure I might as well mention it. Everybody is talking about it. People are all saying it's good. It's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect. Nothing is perfect. You don't chase perfection. Come on now. But apparently he did great, and the box office is reflecting that. This is not a movie channel, so I just wanted to pop in because movies are art still, and I wanted to talk about creativity. This is a huge win for the indie scene. So if you haven't seen Iron Lung, I guess go see it, because I'm about to go see it soon. But regardless of all that, we'll keep moving on. Drop down in the comments, let me know different things. Also, as a reminder, we've got multiple polls out. So, one discussing what day we should start posting these art news videos on, and the other, we're asking which art piece by me is the best. I'll go ahead and I'll link everything in the, description below, including all the artists and the polls and everything. All of that will be linked down below. So, I'm trying to make it easier for you guys to jump in and vote. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting caught up with me in the world of creativity and in social media. I hope you guys Have a beautiful day. Go create something. With that being said, I'll see you soon. Lack of uniqueness to traditional teaching. Oof. Yeah, that's a fun Olympics if I've ever seen one. Anyway, ultimately it paints a picture of this lack of uniqueness to traditional I can't. Yo, this is the second time. It paints a picture that is this lack of uniqueness to traditional teaching. Oh my God. We're going to talk about how hard I fumbled that through. The, how do you say this? Sense Labs? It's like Zen Labs or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's I've never actually said this brand out loud, so I fumbled through it hard. They've always seemed kind of like the big boss when it comes to digital art displays. Damn. Y'all don't know how many times I done fumbled through this. Also, as a reminder, we've got multiple polls.